How's it hanging, guys? We're here on Breakdown. This is the one where anyone can join in. If you've got an opinion, feel free to get in touch. If you want to join in the hangout, just make sure you've got us on Google+. Go and add us, and I can add you into the conversation. Basically, tonight, while we're waiting for you guys to join, we're going to discuss our thoughts on what we believe was possibly the worst takeover so far. How are we doing, guys?
To follow up on the how's it hanging question, it is long, hairy, and hard to carry.
My answer is left.
Left. Straightforward, left.
Yep.
How did you guys find the wonderful, wonderful show?
There was a good 45 minutes of it, which everybody will pretty much generally recognize. That from Sasha Banks, that match forward was really good, especially that match. But you can't ignore the 75 minutes beforehand. That was fucking garbage. It wasn't good. It really wasn't. It all the NXT fanboys, they can come at me, whatever. That's fine. I don't care. You're not going to hurt Paul's feelings. But the first part of that show wasn't good. The highlights were entrances. Yeah, think about that.
Yeah. I mean, most of those early matches were just incredibly soft and uninteresting, and just flash with no story. And I am not a fan of most of that show.
No, even the opening contest. I mean, they hit their peak with the entrances. I mean, Finn Balor, I've been a fan of his since he was in New Japan, and this isn't the same guy. Last night it just looked like he was just trying to fit his shit in. That was it. It was, hey, you know what? I got these spots. I'm gonna fit in. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get them in. To me, Tyler Breeze outworked him. Worked circles around him.
I totally agree with that too.
Even when I was saying on Twitter, even his kickouts look lazy.
Yeah, it wasn't good. He didn't click with me. Tyler Breeze, he broke out in that match. If it wouldn't have been for Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch totally killing it later on, I would have said Tyler Breeze was the breakout guy in that match.
Yeah, that match reminded me of the Darth Maul lightsaber fight from the Phantom Menace, where they just do a bunch of shit and nothing matters and nothing actually happens.
Qui-Gon died!
No, I mean the fight. It's just guys jumping over each other's heads and doing dumb shit.
No, I get what Aaron means. It's a really long fight to essentially achieve a goal. It could have been achieved in 3 seconds.
Yeah, they could have had that fight be 1 minute long. It would have been as good.
3 seconds.
That freaking cut on YouTube, the cut that puts all 3 Star Wars prequels as one movie, makes that fight 30 seconds long. Because it's all it needed to be.
Yeah, but for that movie, though, that was like the lone highlight.
No, it was, because everything else was god-awful.
Yeah.
But just seeing Finn Balor and Tyler Breeze, especially Finn Balor, just throw moves and have no story and have nothing matter the whole match until the finish was not interesting to watch.
Finn Balor is better at selling offense, whereas Tyler Breeze is better at selling defense. Both guys last night were doing the fucking opposite until the last 2 minutes of that match. It was awful at times.
Yeah, and then the nonsensical build to Baylor jumping off of.
I was going to say, his 9-foot fucking jump. Please don't die. Please don't die.
And the please don't die chance.
He's less than the height of the ladder up.
Yeah.
That fucking crowd, don't turn everything into a chant. Everything can't turn into a chant, folks. Ugh.
But have people forgotten how to make sounds when you kick people or punch people? Because there was nothing in that match.
The issue I had was when Tyler Breeze had Balor in a submission, and Balor's like, ah, and I was like, okay.
But
elaborate, please.
I think the worst thing for me was he made all the noise at the end of the match after he won, where he was like, "This is NXT. I'm Finn Balor. I'm Finn Balor." We know who the fuck you are. We've just had a 20-minute fucking entrance, you prick.
But dude did a super kick with no sound. Like he didn't smack his. Like what was that? No one that night.
That move is going to be called a silent demon. The silent demon.
Nobody produced any audio with their moves. Like it was very weird.
Silent demon.
Feel
That sounds pretty dirty. I once gave a chick a silent demon. That's pretty good.
She never talked to me again.
She couldn't talk again. I'm writing that one down. Silent demon. I'm bringing that one up on the other show.
That other show you can hear in 2 hours from now. Dear God, I'm going to be awake late tonight. Guys, let's be honest. TakeOver was the weakest one they've done so far. But before we get all negative and we slam it apart, if you could pick one highlight, what the fuck would it be?
I think what the highlight is for the week.
I got Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch.
Yeah, that match was really good, and I liked every moment of that match.
I will put that into I will put that as a top 5 all-time WWE/NXT women's match.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to see a technical aspect actually happening in the match, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, how crazy is it that something as little as working a body part, a basic, a technical fundamental of pro wrestling, and everyone is losing their mind over it? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is really awesome.
They were doing
and
some
hopefully,
William Regal,
basic
Dean Malenko
wrestling
shit.
Yeah, it was just pure basic pro wrestling, and hopefully we're going to see a lot more of that.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's for me, it's one of those things. NXT's been struggling recently, although they're bringing out good stories and they're kind of having the occasional good match on NXT. It's not grabbing my attention as it much was.
You say that.
I'm kind of like, okay, Kevin Owens is making an impact. I don't give a crap about Sami Zayn. I used to. I don't anymore.
Yeah.
Finn Balor's becoming more and more kind of, I don't want to say overused.
Stale.
Yeah, I don't even want to say stale. For a guy who's got so much spectacle about him,
he has no
use
character
him too often.
Yeah, he does have. He does have literally no character.
He has zero character. What is his character? He's a guy that every 2 months plays cosplay. He gets to be the boogeyman every 2 months, which is cool. I mean, the entrance is awesome. Sure, you know that's cool. But
yeah, if you want to do something interesting, you have him a struggle between a quote unquote struggle between him and the demon.
There you go. That's a story. That's a character. Yeah, brilliant.
That's an actual plot point and character.
Yeah, an internal struggle sort of thing. That'd be.
Like, the roster has gotten really thin down there in the last, 6 months.
Well,
the cupboard's there.
The issue with that is, 1, injuries, 2, they don't want to put people up that aren't ready to be on TV.
Yep.
Yeah, and the best guys are getting pulled up, and new good guys aren't really going in fast enough.
Yeah,
there's just not a lot there.
What happened with Solomon Crow?
Oh, Solomon Crow's going to get there, but they're taking their damn time with him. He's getting one match every couple of weeks, and they've got him on house shows.
They've taken 2 or 3 years just to get him on TV, so God knows they need to pull the pace up.
Guys, obviously the second match, I believe, was the tag match, was it not? Or was it Rhino and...
Hold on, I want to go back to this Finn Balor Two-Face gimmick. I think that this is fucking brilliant, Chris. You're onto something here, sir. Because I want this to be him as, Harvey Dent.
He's got to be a heel, though.
Yeah.
And he can be a heel with the crowd down there.
Well, how cool would it be to have the 2 sides, 1 face, 1 heel?
Yeah.
It could work,
he brings out the... Yeah, I like this. I like it.
It can work, but on the off chance that obviously fans see it, fans will cheer for it. I mean, if he's heel and attacking someone, they're going to go, okay, that's cool. The only person worth attacking would have been either Itami or fucking Zayn, and if Zayn takes any more beatings, he's going to be more irrelevant than fucking Mae Young at a funeral party.
But the question's going to be, how do you do that? I mean, do you have him have a split personality?
Yes.
I don't even know a split personality. I think you have him wearing the paint, or you find him wearing paint on a day-to-day basis, or even wiping paint off.
It takes him 3 hours to get that paint on.
No. So you just put some of the face paint on. You can have a T-shirt on. You see him wipe it off. I mean,
Yeah,
you could start showing it after one of the matches that he has at a takeover after he's had the paint on.
You take it as kind of you take it as kind of Stardust, but more serious.
Well, here's an interesting story, an interesting idea. They're all about having Vince McMahon, the idea that Vince McMahon was the bunny, and every time he puts the bunny outfit on, he just blacked out.
I don't know how the fuck to feel about that. I thought it was awful.
What if they did the same with
I think
Finn Balor's
if it had
paint?
been someone younger and someone capable of doing that,
But
fine.
what I'm saying is, what if they do that with Finn Balor's paint, where every time he puts the paint on, he blacks out, and the demon can control.
Right.
That's cool, but is there a 3-hour period where once the paint touches him, he waits for 2 hours to attack someone?
Well, we don't. Kayfabe.
Yeah, you don't think about the mechanics of it, like
Yeah, guess what? I don't watch the show when it's not on. I only get to watch the hour or 2 hours that it's on.
Right.
Not,
And
not the
that's
3
great
hours
for guys
before.
like us. That's great for guys like us.
like the rules for Gremlins don't make any damn sense.
Yeah, they
Like,
do.
Don't feed him after midnight.
Yeah, isn't it always after midnight?
No.
Is it
Always
every
after midnight.
hour after midnight?
Well, here's an idea. The way that they have the covers for sleeve tattoos, for example, where, you know, wearable sleeve tattoos. What about if they did something like that with his face, so he could wear it? Like,
There
he
you go.
didn't have to
Something
put
as easy as that.
yeah, he didn't have to put the paint on every single time. He could
Just
just
get some kind of Faces of Foley thing going with him, so he has something.
yeah. But how cool would it be to have him? You know, he appears normally, and then he appears with the paint image. And
Yeah, because they play up the whole he's a demon now thing, but he wrestles exactly the same and he acts exactly the same.
but he
Like,
shouldn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the issue, is he has
He
no
should be a
character.
whole lot more violent.
Yeah. He's never had a character though. Like even when he was Bullet Club and all that, I mean, he never really had a character. So I mean, he's got a look. He's got a great look. I mean, he can go in the ring. I mean, he's getting there with the WWE style. I think that's kind of messed with him a little bit, but he's getting there. This guy has it.
Well, I could imagine, you know, you could then have really good storylines where, you know, he comes out one day with the paint on. One of his friends, e.g. Itami, tries to stop him, and he super kicks Itami in the face.
Yeah,
And then he forgets about it.
Yeah, he
you know.
beat the hell out of his own allies,
Well,
and then
it's
be like, what?
It's not that he forgets about it, but without the paint on, he's remorseful about it. When the paint is on, he doesn't give a shit.
So, have him the guy who attacked Tatami in the parking lot. Make it out to be Breeze. Make it seem like a big deal that Breeze did it. Breeze was the guy, and then it turns out to be Balor.
There you go. Like it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But
He
they
jumped
won't.
his own friend. You know.
He
He
kicked
was like
him
the
because he
weird
didn't
split
want him there
personality
because he
thing.
put the paint on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Second match. Yeah, that was what Rhino, right?
Yeah, that was the
Rhino.
Rhino Corbin match.
Oh, yeah, 'cause that was
How
bad.
bad was Corbin last night?
Skip it. I liked one thing that he did. He had like that little fired up quarter flurry, where he would, he was just throwing some pretty decent punches and stuff like that when he had Rhino in the corner. That was about it. This guy isn't good.
No, but
Is going
he can
to be the
good
equivalent
eventually.
of
By the way,
the
that
big guy Bruiser. He's
That was actually-
almost like an early fucking Eric Rowan.
That was the third match, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
apologies.
was
I
it?
was-
Oh, the Divas tag. That
Bailey.
was-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bailey and Charlotte.
Emma nailed it, by the way. She's doing good as a heel.
Yeah, they might actually might
Yeah.
use her on the main roster as opposed to before, where her gimmick made it impossible for her to be used properly in the main roster.
Well, I mean, the gimmick was fine when Santino was there, but when he was gone, it was stupid.
Yeah, no one was. There's no way the whole Bubbles thing wasn't going to get shit on. Like, there's no way.
But that's what's going to happen with Bailey.
I don't know. I think Bailey's going to get over.
She has a better
When
chance
she
than
began
Emma.
with, and she was just a gamer girl. She was meant to be the hot nerdy chick. They'll put Bailey in the same kind of category.
That's true.
She's a tough one. I mean, she's one that should really be marketed towards, teenage girls, that type of thing. There's money to be made with her. Big time money to be made with her on the main roster.
She's going to
provided
be
they do it
the
right.
inspiration for young girls who could. She's
Yeah,
got to have a sob story, and they've got to make a reason behind it. Cut it like a fucking X Factor American Idol video. Make her seem serious. Make her seem like she's overcome something. Do what they did with Ryback, but make it fucking work. Make me care.
Yeah, because she's genuinely likable. You know, she just has that quality about her where you like her, you want to root for her.
Make it a video package, not a promo.
No, that's what I was meaning. That's got to be cut like an X Factor kind of American Idol thing.
Yeah. Because everybody on X Factor has a goddamn sob story.
Exactly, or anyone who's at least close to getting through has a sob story.
Well, everyone in the world has a sob story of some kind, pretty
God
much.
damn. Always shitting on things.
There we go. There goes Aaron to bring everything down. But to me though, the breakout worker of that match was Emma. I mean, she was fantastic in her heel role. She was perfect.
What's Charlotte's character?
She's David Flair. But I mean, right now when she's not involved in like the main event stuff, I mean, she's coasting, and she really coasted in that match. Just saying.
I don't know. I mean, I think to me it's really weird. Like, obviously Charlotte is a great talent. She's got the Flair legacy behind her. She's kind of big. She's a powerful woman who can wrestle. That's great.
Yeah.
But other than that, what's to get behind? They need to make her like her dad, make her a heel, make her dirty, make her do anything to win.
Yeah, she cannot be a face. She cannot.
She was pushed for so long as being this great wrestler. She was so good. What happens if you start having people beat her, and then she starts taking on anything she can do to keep that winning streak going? You make her CM Punk, but without the belt.
Yep.
That's right, I said CM Punk.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry, it's fine. There's been a grace period. We're allowed to say Voldemort's name. But I mean, it almost seems like, you know, they're just in wheel spinning mode with her right now because they want to bring her up, but they just haven't yet, and they just don't. They're not doing anything with her.
Because Ronda Rousey's not shown up yet.
Guess what? She can be the Ronda Rousey on the main roster.
I think there was a report came out today that after seeing Ronda Rousey on the cover of Muscle and Fitness, that Triple H and Stephanie want the women, and the word used was women in WWE, pushed further. They want to make them more of a focal point.
Right. This is the thing, and they actually said in the same article that times have changed.
Yep.
Whereas Vince is happy with the Divas being what they are. By the way, whoever made the prediction that Cameron or Rosa Mendes would be the first to get fired, looks like things are heading that way because they've just removed from the cast of Total Divas.
It's going to be Cameron.
Yeah,
Rosa's good just now. She's with Adam Rose at least.
Well, Adam Rose might be becoming a Leo Kruger, so we don't even know that.
That's true. So put with Leo Kruger, it'll all be fine. Anyway, back to the point. Rhino and Corbin were fucking awful last night.
See, I don't have any issues with Corbin, despite everyone saying that there is an issue with Corbin.
I just think he's so sloppy. I mean, you saw a couple of the moves he did, even the way he threw himself out of the ring at one point. It was really rough.
What he really needs, to be honest with you, is to be with... Have him be trained with the Brian Kendrick.
Put him with Big Show. He's a big guy. He needs a big guy to train him. Big Show can train him to be a big, angry guy.
Big Show is a guy that I would have come to 10 years ago. Not now.
I think as a trainer, he'll do just fine. He needs to speak to Albert, though. I mean, to me,
he needs to get the nuances down of just facial expressions. He needs to start there. Because that's a huge thing. This guy doesn't get it. He has one fucking face. That's it. It takes you out of a match. Just does. I mean, he's not the Undertaker. Undertaker could get away with it because that was his gimmick. This guy isn't the Undertaker.
I'd put him with Kane.
Kane
Yeah, that'd be fine.
How to
I
not
mean,
bot shit.
Yes, Kane will teach him at least how to roll out of the ring properly.
teach him how to not bot shit and be safe in the ring at the same time.
Yeah, Kane can give you the, here's how to perform a move and do it decently every day till you're dead. Like, training.
Here's how to throw the world's softest punch.
Yeah, fair enough.
At least it doesn't look as bad as the Big Shows, where it literally taps them in the face.
Oh yeah, he's in the running. He's coming up close for world's worst punch.
Kevin Owens has a pretty shitty punch.
Go back to the ring with Mayweather. Teach him 2 more weeks. He'll be fine.
Wait, who has a shitty punch? Who'd you say?
Yeah, I thought Kevin Owens had a pretty shitty punch.
I was gonna say because I'm watching him right now throwing punches with Nakamura, and they're pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, stiff as hell.
Suck it.
The punches he has been doing in the WWE system have been very soft.
Well, that's the thing, because they don't like stiff punches, do they? Whereas,
I don't know. Goldust can throw some amazing punches.
Oh, because he's been doing it for 30 years.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can do it.
And he grew up in a different era.
one guy I would love to see have some matches with him is Jericho. Because what Jericho used to say about back in the day when he had was it Yoshitatsu that he convinced to like give really stiff kicks?
Yeah, it was Tatsu.
Because Tatsu was giving soft kicks and Jericho convinced him to give some tough ones. He should do that with Owens, but with punches.
Owens needs to speak to JBL.
Yes.
Oh man, JBL was stiff as shit, man. Like,
Well,
that's
about
that's
JBL and Hardcore Holly until he learns.
But this is what we've learned, though, from talking to our good friend JTG. You got to really be careful. You don't want to get unneeded heat on yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
piss the wrong person off.
Yep, he's still the new guy, still one of the new guys. You know,
All
you
of a
don't want
sudden
him
you're
coming up
Vader.
there. Yep, you don't want him coming up there and potatoing John Cena.
Yep.
I'm okay with it if he does, just saying.
He could do that. If he's going to do that, you know, he does that with Sami Zayn, with Finn Balor. You know, guys that he's worked with before, guys that he knows, that he's cool with.
I'd definitely say do it with someone from New Japan who's used to it. So, Balor or Itami.
I think he can with Joe.
Yeah, I was going to say with Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
We'll
those
get into
guys.
that. We'll get into that.
We'll get
Those
into
guys
it.
are going to beat the shit out of each other, so.
Match 5 was Baker Murphy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the dub cunts versus Enzo and Cass. Enough of your wob shit. I mean, Jim Johnson, pull your finger out your ass, man. I get it. It's over. It makes them heel. The music's irritating. They're irritating. They look like 5-year-old girls. Why the fuck do they have that song though?
I think they had I think they had a really good match, by the way.
I do too. I think it was quite a good match. However, I do believe it was overshadowed by the entrance again. Enzo and Cass were there to lose and build a story. That's the kind of shit they need to be doing on NXT TV, not a pay-per-view.
This is what I like, though. Enzo being the sympathetic babyface, being the Ricky Morton in that match. He did a great job of it. He really did.
Yeah, I love that Big Cass is kind of coming into his own. He's becoming that big guy. He became
getting
aggressive.
there.
And he sold like a fucking big man. He took a slap and just stood still.
He is the hot tag in every match now. He will be, you know, once he gets in, it's done. Business is good.
And he's good at it.
Yeah,
Yep.
he can move fast, and he's strong, and he can really like get stuff heated up after Enzo gets his ass beat for 5 minutes.
Also, he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that.
Yeah, that's why he's going to get a shot, and his athleticism is going to just separate him even more. I mean, to me, I'm sure the comparison's been made 100 times, but he reminds me of a more talented Test.
He is a more talented Test, and that's what I like about it. The fact he's so young as well and can come into this and look awesome.
Yep, and he can talk.
The good thing about this as well is when you put him with Enzo Amore, because you can see the height difference.
Yeah.
It makes Enzo look small, but it makes Cassidy look big.
I like that they put the Empire State and like all the skyscrapers of New York on his
yes
on his trunks. It kind of makes Cass look big. Skyscrapers are huge. People associate that with it.
I'm honestly a little surprised they let Alexa Bliss hit the actual last move on Enzo.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't just push him off and then Baker Murphy hits a finisher. She was the one who finished off Enzo.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that finish. And Blake and Murphy are just fucking abysmal. I mean, doing the hairdos like they had last night. I mean, that is just that's just the cheapest of cheap heat.
But they're meant to be the shit-face heels.
Yeah, it's just so cheap heat, though. It really is. It
is, but I don't mind that kind of thing too much. Like, I get it.
Can I say, to me, cheap heat stops being cheap when it doesn't get the heat.
Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know? I was kind of shocked. I expected Carmella to turn.
Yeah, I had that little bit of a feeling too.
Like,
actually, when Big Cass went over and he tagged in Enzo, when Enzo was out on his feet, I was thinking, oh no. I always had that feeling like they were going to have him turned nonsensically.
My worry was more that Enzo was out on his feet. He was trying to grab him, and then Cass was pulling him over, and Carmella just grabs his feet. I mean,
Yeah, it would have been unneeded. Right.
I mean, obviously they want to keep this team good. They want to keep them together. I think they're probably going to bring up all three to the main roster at once.
I'm okay with that. They're going to be a good mid card tag team. They're going to be a fun team. The crowd's going to get behind them. They're never going to be super memorable, but you know what you're getting out of them, and they're going to sell some shirts for sure.
I mean, as of right now, I don't think those guys work without each other. Like, in the future, sure, Colin can do something by himself, but I don't think Enzo can ever do anything by himself as a wrestler. And
not as a wrestler, as a mouthpiece, yeah, sure.
Yeah, he can manage somebody or something, but as a wrestler, if he's not in a tag team, he's done. Like, just straight up. He's garbage in the ring, and he's not imposing in any way. So he just doesn't work unless he's just getting his ass beat until the hot tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at that. I said nice things about your most favorite tag team of all time ever, Craig.
It makes me feel happy and joyful inside.
There, I'm objective. I don't have a dog in the race, so you know.
Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch.
Match of the night.
Yeah, easily my favorite match of the night.
You know what? I'll even go so far as that to call it a match of the year candidate.
Yeah, I would agree. It was damn good.
It was really good. It was by far the best match on that show. By far.
I would hope to think as well that they actually use Becky Lynch for more now, that she's not just going to be like a one-off type thing. She was damn good in that match. Her new look was kind of cool as well. I liked that. I don't know how you guys felt about it, but it was definitely a bonus for me.
Yeah, it was a coming out party for her. As much as, Sasha Banks was real the star of that match. I mean, Becky Lynch hung right in there with her and sold like a champ. Especially when we got that really brutal arm work during the middle of the match by Sasha. I mean, you got to think Becky Lynch is double jointed.
Oh yeah,
with some of the shit that she was taking. Yeah, that was amazing.
I was pretty sure at one point that I heard something snap.
Yeah, if a match makes me cringe in a horror, then it's a good match.
Yep, you're doing something right.
Because when she like twisted her arm all the way around and then pushed her foot on it, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, she's got to be double jointed. That was crazy. That was good
there's no way
stuff.
that works
Easy.
without that.
Easy match of the night.
Do you know what I did like about it is the fact that even at the end of the match, she stood tall, and Becky Lynch was able to have kind of her moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping and praying they don't put her with Sheamus.
Even then, that could be interesting in itself.
Yeah. They got to put her with somebody because she can't talk. So.
Make her hate.
I mean, I'll just take any excuse to have more Sheamus. Like, Sheamus is awesome. So,
I'm gonna go that far.
Especially in the ring, like that dude is something special. But,
I'm with you, Aaron. We're a Sheamus friendly zone here.
I would like to think as well that obviously as time goes on. Hey man, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Just discussing a little bit of last night's NXT Takeover, and love to hear your opinions on what we're discussing. At the moment, we're on Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. Thanks for joining X Diggy Gaming. Where are you at?
Cool. I don't hear nothing.
When you get in, you just send us a chat. Cool.
Yeah, we'll keep the stone rolling, and he can get on when he's here.
Yeah, do you know what? I did like the match. I really did. And I think it's unusual for a women's match. I don't mean this in a sexist way, but a women's match to be match of the night. It's not often you see it.
Except for in NXT.
Yeah, but that's the only consistent thing in there at the minute.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The women's division is incredible, but as of right now, the guy stuff's super thin. So.
But what's funny though, I don't know if you guys were on Twitter last night. I mean, for as much praise as Sasha Banks was getting, I mean, people were really freaking out about what's her face on the main roster not getting a shot. Naomi?
Oh
who it
yeah,
is?
yeah, man. I'm losing fucking patience with some of my followers. I blocked about 15 of them this week for being racist towards her.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy.
What? Really?
Yeah, I mean they're all being racist towards Naomi because obviously Paige.
2015, and we're still dealing with it.
Yeah, and with fictional characters. Fictional characters. They're playing a part. People.
Yeah, this is some shit.
It's not real. Relax, guys. In this day and age, everybody gets the women's title at one point in time. So relax. She'll get it eventually. Chill out. She's not a good wrestler.
Just remember, Natalia once had it.
Yeah, and she's easily the best female wrestler on the roster, and she doesn't wrestle.
Remember, Kelly won the Divas title, and she never even learned to run the ropes in her entire career.
Candice Michelle.
Hold on, I like Candice Michelle for a little bit. You watch your tongue, sir.
She could run the ropes.
She could run the ropes. I actually watched a GIF yesterday of Kelly not being able to run the ropes, and I was dying.
She wrestled for years,
yeah.
and never got the first thing you learn.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I believe, guys, we get to the main event of last night's show.
I want to shit on Kelly more.
Oh, we know you want to be honest, Kelly, but that's a different story.
Yeah,
I want to defend Naomi.
Go ahead.
Chris, if you want to defend Naomi, you go ahead.
Go ahead, sir. Floor is yours.
Naomi, as a wrestler, you got to keep in mind that on the main roster, the women don't even get a chance to wrestle, for God's sake. You can't say that she's not a good wrestler when we haven't actually seen her wrestle.
Correct.
I've seen guys given less time and done better.
Yeah, you don't need 8 minutes to put on a good match. You can put on.
But you've not seen guys go against the Bellas.
You can. Yeah, they're terrible.
That's a point. That is a point.
See, he knows I have a point.
Yeah, there is a point, but no matter who you're in the ring with, I mean, you can still look good.
She's got some decent
she's athletic
stuff. She's not a good wrestler, but she's athletic enough that you're interested at least, as opposed to some of the women.
She's going to be able to do some spots for sure that are going to make your jaw drop.
I'll be completely honest. I think that Naomi outshines Paige every single time.
I think they're both terrible. So I think Sasha Banks can wrestle circles around both of them.
I'm trying to think of a good.
But yeah.
I'm trying to think of a male equivalent to Naomi, of super athletic guy who just can't work, even a little bit.
Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston. There you go.
That's a good one.
I died a little inside. I hate you all.
No, because Kofi Kingston doesn't know how to work a match. He's the ultimate let me get my shit in guy.
Which is why I like him most when he's in tag teams. That's much more acceptable in that context.
Yeah, he's a good hot tag. Naomi will get it though. She's very raw. She's very fresh. She will get it. People just need to relax with her. Let her learn.
Right, but the issue that I have at the moment is, you know what? Sorry, give it to Eva Marie. Job done.
Wow. Do you know what?
You know what? I'm not opposed to it.
With the videos I've been seeing, she's improved the shit.
I told you guys, 2016, Eva Marie's going to be top diva heel, and Alana will be top diva face.
Oh, no, just as a character. You let her be a shit wrestler because guess what? She's so fucking stupid. She's never going to learn the basics.
I've seen clips of Brian Kendrick teaching her how to do stuff.
Teaching her how to do a spot. Fine, cool.
No.
Work a headlock. Let me see you work a headlock.
It doesn't mean that she understands how matches work. It just means that she could be an actual part of a match.
Right.
It's better than nothing. Before she was absolutely nothing.
Right. I don't want to see somebody doing a fucking suicide dive. No, learn how to work a goddamn rest hold first.
Oh god, I am so tired of suicide dives.
Yeah.
Everyone and their mom does a suicide dive now.
It's the brand new super kick.
Yeah, like suicide dives are cool.
I don't know.
Until
Super kicks are
everyone
rare
does
these
them.
days.
They have calmed down the super kicks some, which is nice.
Super kicks are rarer than suicide dives these days.
DDTs and top rope DDTs.
To be fair, the DDT that we saw come from Enzo.
I loved that.
Yeah,
and
That was
then-
really good.
But
Yeah,
then
'cause
commentary shit on it and told him it was really sloppy.
I
It
watched.
looked right. Like it felt right for who he is as a guy. Like it just.
I watched it. I hit the the minus 10 seconds thing.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it again. I hit the minus 10 second thing, and I watched it again. I watched that spot 3 times, and I went, "Oh, damn, that was good."
Yeah, like Dean Ambrose does this thing that he's done repeatedly in the last like month or two, where he does a tornado DDT, and then he acts like he's like passed out or worn out afterwards, and it always comes off super fake. Well, when Enzo did it, actually was pretty good. Like that was the one time I ever looked at Enzo do anything in a ring. I was like, oh, that was pretty good.
See, I'm just tired of tornado DDTs.
Enzo was great, but what you just mentioned there about Dean Ambrose sparked my memory about my favorite fucking thing about him right now. If I see that fucking bouncing off the rope lariat one more time this week, I swear to fuck, he will be my most disliked wrestler on the roster. That move is so overused. He's even learned to use it on the outside of the fucking ring.
It's terrible.
Dean Ambrose with his fucking bounce off the rope lariat.
Yeah, the rebound lariat, that looks terrible.
Luke, I'm
The
following up.
rebound. I don't like it even conceptually because like it would be cool if there was like a thing in wrestling where all the time people fall and get knocked through the second rope, but no, that never happens. So it's super weird that he does it, and people actually expect him not to bounce off and come back at him.
I have to admit, there were a few times that I saw it done, and I was like, "Well, crap, this is good." And every other time I've seen it, and I've just gone.
The
I
time I
like
liked it the most was when Randy Orton RKO'd him in the middle of it.
I like it when Bray Wyatt just fucking makes him eat his lunch with a clothesline.
Oh,
afterwards.
that was
where
good.
he catches him first with it. That, and I like it when Nigel McGuinness does it
Well,
because it looks good.
Well, Nigel McGuinness also, well, at least from what I've seen, kind of overdoes it. Like it's way better looking. but
Oh,
he
absolutely,
overdoes
he overdoes it too, but it looks a lot cleaner. And when he hits you,
Oh,
with
it does.
Fucking, he crushes you.
All
All right, main event time.
how did you feel about it? Without going too far into it, how did you feel about the main event?
I liked the contrast of last time versus this time.
Okay.
Yeah, you had a nice fired up Sami Zayn who looked like he had learned something from the first match.
Yeah,
where he
he
was
kept-
bringing the fight to Owens.
Yeah, he kept Owens on his heels like the entire would keep trying to do something. He'd get one move in, 2 moves in, but he wouldn't be able to like complete a sequence or hit his big spots. He was
Because-
always getting
Yeah.
reversed and knocked off balance.
But it's like if you remember last time
Right, it
around
was
when we had, Kevin Owens went out the ring and he very much had control of the match from the start, and this time around that wasn't the case. He did not have control. I love the contrast of that.
He was getting torn up the entire match until he hit that power bomb.
Yeah.
Yep. It was smart. It was real smart. I loved the pacing of it. I really liked it until they pretty much repeated the same finish as the previous match.
Yeah, except, with Samoa Joe to slightly, to nudge him out of the ring, out of relevancy real fast.
But now then, if this was main roster and it was John Cena, Randy Orton in that situation where they had the first match and you had the stoppage, the beatdown, that type of thing, and then they did it again, the same exact ending a few months later, how bad would fans be shitting all over?
Nobody would care if someone debuted afterwards, someone big.
I think they would. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think the match was a complete fucking throwaway. Completely. There was no need for the actual match. If they wanted that to go down, they could have just had Samoa Joe walk out before the match even started.
I couldn't tell when the match ended. Like it was just
The
kind
match
of
officially
faded
didn't
out.
end.
It
It went to a no contest because
Also-
Regal came out, interrupted, and refs came out, and the doctor was there. Regal also audibly said, "I will take it off you,"
and it's
and
worth
then he
noting.
proceeded to headbutt him.
It's worth noting.
He was
that,
talking about his pants.
the tapings are happening right now. and I've actually just read the first thing that happens on the next week's episode of NXT, which is brilliant.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, don't worry.
I did like that William Regal shoved his fingers in Owens' nose and eyes.
Oh yeah, that was perfect.
That is the
Regal
most
coming back.
William Regal thing in the world to do, besides breaking some dude's fingers.
I also like the headbutt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was good.
headbutt was
Diggy,
beautiful.
you with us now? X Diggy, you here?
As his mic muted.
Scott, I'm gonna unmute your mic because you've dropped in. You there? No? Okay. You are here, but you're just not talking.
We'll see.
Super K.
Yeah, to me, the
Um,
match was a complete throwaway, though.
It
But,
did feel like it was something
you
that
know,
should
you
have been on
also-
like a regular show.
But you also got to consider though that Sammy's hurt, so
Yeah,
I mean,
and
he didn't wrestle hurt.
if you noticed, he didn't really land at all on that shoulder.
Well, he didn't take He didn't take almost any damage at all the entire match.
Yeah, and also, even when he took the chair shot at the end, Owens hit it quite light.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because he was supposed to be distracted mid-chair shot.
The only one he did take was the powerbomb on the apron.
But even
Yeah.
that mostly hit his back more than
Which
anything.
was, and that was fucking brutal. So that was pretty.
Oh, that
awesome.
was really
But-
brutal.
But yeah, I mean, it was okay. I mean, I was expecting a whole lot more out of it, but again, you gotta factor in the injury. I mean, so for what it was, for the circumstances, it was okay. I mean, it was probably the worst match those two have ever had together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is still pretty decent, but
Yeah,
not
it was okay.
spectacular.
Yeah, it was an average match. I mean, it was okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't enjoy it. I thought the ending was clever. It frustrated a lot of people. It gave heel heat to Owens. It makes Zayn look like shit, though, and this is my big concern. As we've already said, the NXT roster is kind of sparse with good talent, which is unusual to say considering the fucking names they have down there. Injuries are kind of plaguing a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Sami Zayn's injured. So what do you do with him now? They
Oh,
can't take him off TV because they're
No,
going to.
he's written off. You got to write him off, right?
No, he's going to be written off, and I believe that they've said that he's probably expected to have surgery early June.
Who, Tammy or?
Zayn.
Oh right, okay.
Zayn is expected to have shoulder surgery early June. I believe it's a torn rotator cuff.
Mm.
Right. Okay, so I mean, following that, you've got Zayn taken out, right? If Zayn's taken out, that leaves you with Joe and Owens, Enzo, Cass, and Tyler Breeze and Balor. Who else do you really care about down there?
Solomon Bloody Crow.
Yeah, but you don't. You've only seen him twice. You can't be invested yet.
Yeah, I'm incredibly not invested in NXT anymore. Like
Yeah.
I miss shows and I don't care. Like of course I see the live specials, but I'll skip like 2, 3 NXTs and I don't care.
That's what I do.
Yeah, you doing that as well, man.
I just basically watch the specials now.
Yeah,
That's
I
so
find
good.
I find I'm quite invested in the shows, but not in the way that a lot of other fans are. I watch the shows because I'm seeing kind of things developing, and obviously Triple H is now putting his hand in more. I'm more watching NXT to see how Triple H is proceeding with the company. And I know that sounds kind of ridiculous to say, but I would like to watch the progress this guy's going to make if he's going to be the guy in charge.
Which is understandable, to be honest with you.
Diggy, maybe you can tell us a little bit. What was your favorite moment last night?
Basically just the whole Divas match. Like, surprisingly, like, usually I just skip the Divas matches in any show, but like every bad wrestling fan like me. But that one was actually surprisingly the match of the night.
Yeah, I mean, we've already said that was kind of our match of the night as well. It was very nice
Like,
to see.
Like, even that was more impressive than Joe's debut, because that was just... They could have done that so much better.
Of course, and now that you mentioned Joe's debut, I mean, how did you guys find it? Was it impactful enough? Did it stand out enough to make you care? Or did, as Vince Russo said, did Joe just look like some fat guy in a t-shirt?
He looked
It looked like
just
some
a
fat
guy in a t-shirt.
overtime guy.
He didn't do anything, and he didn't say anything. And I like Samoa Joe fine. Like, it's been a long time since I've watched TNA, but I like Samoa Joe. But it does not. I did not care when he showed
He looked
up.
like some
even a little bit.
He looked like some fat guy in a t-shirt that Kevin Owens is scared of and the crowd likes for some reason.
It's like the music that he had too, and the lighting just didn't suit his whole character that he's built up for years.
I don't know. You see, I think the music is going to be really interesting depending on his ring gear. Now, I know that sounds really stupid. See if they give him his early TNA stuff where he had like the bamboo style necklace and a pair of shorts. He'll be fine because the lighting will work when he has less black clothing on. I think it really didn't help with the black clothing. It was meant to be like a golden kind of orangey color, obviously representing Samoan Isles, that kind of shit.
And green.
And green, yeah. It's all the semiotics you'd get visually, and with the audio, it was very tribal-y sounding music. However, I think the tribal music, they're going to add a guitar to it at some point.
Here's
Well,
the thing.
with Joe's music, it was the kind of the knockoff of his Godzilla music. So
Yeah, but what I was gonna say was like the thing is, I did not know like who the hell Sami Zayn was when he popped up a couple of years ago in NXT. But when he showed up and he had that match with Cesaro, just like coming out, he felt like someone who mattered. And like I knew exactly who Kevin Steen was. I had seen him wrestle a bunch of times, but when he showed up, he really felt like someone who mattered. I've seen Samoa Joe wrestle for years, and he didn't seem like someone who mattered when he showed up. I
And
don't know,
here's
it
my
just didn't
favorite
seem
thing.
impactful.
Paul Heyman tweeted out, if you think Joe looked good, I think it was along the lines of, if you think Joe looked good on the first day of school, imagine what he's going to look like when he wants to make an impact. I'm like, I get it, I do, but he should have made that impact day one.
Yes.
But Joe has a short shelf life, so they really have to strike while the iron's hot with him. I mean, he's on the bad side of 30. So, I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot of time left. He's beat up.
It's like, do you remember Kurt Angle's debut in TNA? I think everyone remembers that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you see, the way Joe came out and spoke to Kurt Angle, then it just went to an all-out brawl, like, between them both. That's the way they should have done it.
Would have worked.
Like, that's what I was hoping for, because I kept tweeting it saying that it either needs to be during the match or like right after the match. He needs to attack the winner to like establish his self from a debut.
Well, what interested me the most about all of that was Owens, the way that Owens reacted. With getting out of the ring, walking off, and then walking back to confront him, then walk back off.
It was almost like, I'm going to be honest, I think Owens fucked up. I think he was meant to have said that first, but didn't, so he walked back out and they got it on camera.
I just found it funny him walking back out. It was as if like he forgot something, like as if you've just said, and it just looked really stupid.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you'll understand this better than the other guys here, but it's like watching two Jakies fight in the middle of Glasgow. One will
Pretty
say
much.
something and walk away, and the other one comes back.
The one's forgot their
Jimmy.
spoon.
Ah, that's a good one. I like that. I know that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it looks like. They look like they're about to have a fight in school. One guy says something stupid, walks away, and then comes back, and he's like, and your mum said that too, and it has no effect.
I have no idea what any of that meant. It wasn't English.
I kind of understood.
Well, you're geographically closer.
Yeah, so I was bound to have a better idea than you.
Yeah, you have a vague idea of what that like gibberish, that mountain man pagan gibberish was.
Okay, back to the point. Samoa Joe, does he interfere at Elimination Chamber?
No.
Not.
I hope he does. I honestly do. I think if he can go up, say they take the belt off Owens this week, as Rigo was saying, they take the belt off and they strip him of it. What a better way for Samoa Joe to get inside the head of Kevin Owens than to go up and interfere on the main roster and cost Owens' match.
Well, another way to do it would be if they want to write Zayn off, have Zayn cost him the match, and then he freaks
That'd
out.
be good. But I think Zayn at this point is pretty much wrote off anyway.
But that's the thing, like, to see if it was someone like Rusev that interfered between the Cena and Kevin Owens match, the internet wrestling community would be making a big fuss about it, but if it's Samoa Joe, they wouldn't mind because it's Samoa Joe.
And it's Samoa Joe showing he's in WWE. He would be the first guy to debut 1 week before and then show up on the main roster. And you've got to think, if he's signed to WWE, Triple H gave him some kind of sweet-ass deal.
Well, he's still doing indie dates too, so he has, a kind of a contract.
I thought it was interesting that his name is Samoa Joe.
Has anyone here actually seen the details of the contracts that have been reported?
As far as I'm aware, it's very similar to Brian Kendrick and Rhino.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got it right here.
It's actually a completely new contract that Triple H has signed him to, which allows him to still have rights both to the name and to...
I don't know why, but I really found Paul crinkling up the papers trying to find it really funny.
You like that production value right there?
I really liked how dumb that bit was. That was really funny.
I just heard that, like, he's allowed to use the name as long as he gives it up when he leaves WWE. That's the only thing that I heard.
No, I think he'd be okay using the name Samoa Joe. I think he has the licensing to it.
Yes.
However, he won't be allowed to sell any of the merchandise that they do.
Yeah, that's his merchandise is handled by the company. He isn't allowed to really do shit.
By the way, if you fans think that he signed yesterday, you're fucking idiots, because you don't make a t-shirt overnight and put it on WWEshop.com. He signed weeks ago.
That dude signed like a month plus, probably more than that.
Wait, is his new t-shirt the t-shirt that he wore in NXT?
It's the exact t-shirt he wore. So that's
I just thought that looked really... I just thought it looked really shitty.
Yeah, it's very something you'd find in like men's boutique or officers club.
Something at a Primark.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that place.
Me and me
I was just there. I was just at a Primark earlier.
Hey, Paul, we outnumber you now. Shut the fuck up.
I like that Paul kind of muttered his way through that word because he didn't know what it was. Like he was Ash in like Army of Darkness.
Oh, I said the word
Primark's a Scottish word for anus.
Oh, maybe not every single syllable, but most of it.
Wow.
Oh man, that seems so good.
So obviously, Diggy, you've been listening for a while now. How are you finding our shows?
I find them good. Like, it's only really been Lowdown and Breakdown that I've tuned into it because, like, I've got my own channel to maintain and I picked this time to record that.
Did you just plug your own show? Well done.
That's how it's done.
Yes.
Fair enough.
That type of guy.
Well done, sir. Oh, that was good. As someone that will shill anything, that was fantastic.
As far as Scumbag from Ryan goes, that was pretty damn good.
Well done.
Yeah. I don't do anything, so I just shill Paul's stuff.
Yeah. Right.
So, who's been your favorite guy on the main roster so far, and currently, what feud are you most invested in?
Just now, I'm actually looking forward to like the Intercontinental Elimination Chamber because there's only one way I think it could end.
Sheamus.
And it's like I would love Sheamus to win, but it's got to be
With
Adrian
somebody
Neville doing the red arrow off the pod.
Oh yeah, that's going to happen eventually.
If it's not the ending, at least a good spot during it.
Is he booked in that match?
No.
Yep. Yeah, he's in it, right?
I think he's not booked in that match.
He's not booked for it.
Give me a
No.
second.
No,
I've got
that's-
the card broke down.
To the Google.
Wow, that's a cool spot. I don't think he's in that match.
We're gonna
Okay, so-
pretend that he is. If not, we're just gonna all play 2K15 and put him in that match.
Dude, I've already read Arab people and 2K50 off the pod. That's not
No,
like...
The 6 people are Sheamus, Ryback, R-Truth, Barrett, Rusev, and Ziggler.
I think putting Rusev in that match just kind of ruins.
I think
The
it's
fact
interesting.
is-
It's going to mean Ziggler's got something to do other than just be in the match and lose.
I think that's what R-Truth's there for, so why don't they just put Neville instead of R-Truth? Like,
I think, yeah.
Well, technically, 5 guys are in that match to lose. So.
hey guys, R-Truth's going to win the IC. I don't think so.
Well, if they did it with Santino, and you almost believed it that he was going to be world champion.
No, people wanted to believe that. People didn't actually believe it. They just wanted to.
I'm just-
They didn't even want to believe it before it happened. But in that moment, people were like, "Yeah, go Santino."
It's like the Royal Rumble when it came down to who did it come down to? Batista and Roman Reigns. People didn't want Roman Reigns to win. They just didn't want Batista to win. That's what
I
happened.
thought you were going to say Santino and Alberto.
Hey. Santino was possibly the most over guy on the roster for about a month and a half after that.
Would that not
Honest
be
to God, if he
Kelly?
had won that Elimination Chamber and then gone on to Mania, he would have got the biggest pop he'd ever had in his career.
He would have, but that would have been the most regrettable world title reign since David Arquette.
Speaking of title runs, I started watching like old World Championship things from like Jeff Hardy's championship.
So 2009, good man.
Aye, and someone came up that's just totally like washed off the face. Vladimir Kozlov.
Kozlov's doing MMA now.
Oh,
Because
don't worry,
Kozlov-
we're seeing Kozlov right now on the main roster. it's just give it a little bit. Rusev's gonna be Kozlov.
The difference is Rusev can like work.
Hey, Kozlov could too. He was just a lot slower.
Don't
I
worry,
think
they
Kozlov
can
sucked.
they can strip him of that with an easy face turn and make him a comedic character.
Oh, man.
Which I hope
But
they
it's-
don't do, man.
Hey,
All
his new manager will be Emma, who will revert to her old gimmick.
Okay. Diggy, before we go off air, man, do you want to plug this show that you do?
It's just my YouTube channel, which I just basically do simulations of all the upcoming wrestling pay-per-views. Then I've got the Scottish Rant, which I'll either review or just talk about rumours that are going about in the internet.
Sounds good, man. Be sure, followers, just to go check that out when you're done. As well as doing that, head over to levelsofwrestling.podbean.com. You can hear ourselves, WrestleRay, Just Saying, Mind of Carnage, and of course the Ringside Ramblers. Now, don't forget you can download our app as well, where you can get it on Google Play Store. Search Levels of Wrestling, all one word, and you'll find it straight away. Now, on top of that, you can head over to, I believe, Paul, you know the website for JTG's book.
Just go to JTG's Twitter.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all.
Well, no, it's on Amazon and all that stuff now. Now it's everywhere. So
Don't miss out on reading that, honestly, guys. It is phenomenal. I've just finished it off. Absolutely hilarious.
yep, you want to know about the wrestling business, what goes on behind the scenes, and how fucking petty it can be? JTG tells you.
You get it on payhip.com.
There you go. Or Amazon. You can go
Or
through.
anything, really.
You can go
Of
through
course.
the Amazon banner on Levels of Rest. Oh wait, no, we don't have that.
Soon. And of course, guys, in 1 hour's time, you head over to the Wrestle Addicts and you make sure you check out our super show as we talk 2 hours of dick jokes, bunch of crap, wrestle talk, and of course,
Maybe wrestling. I highly doubt we're going to talk about fucking wrestling. It's just going to be a complete catastrophe, and it's going to be wonderful.
and more importantly, keep an eye out over the coming weeks for more articles on our blog. We're going to have a lot more writing coming for you guys, and if needs be, we will be looking for writers to help us with that. So if you know any good writers, let us know, send in some of their articles, and we'll review them for them. Guys,
Yeah.
we've been... Oh, sorry, Paul, on you go.
Nothing, just agreeing with you.
Okay. Guys, we have been the Levels of Wrestling. This has been Breakdown. We've loved having Diggy on with us. We've loved talking shit about a shit show that was on last night. And most of all, guys, we hope that you stay on the level.